Carillion, the boom and bust. I'm sure we've all heard the shocking news of Carillion going into liquidation. Hi, it's Dovedi from Premier Property, and I'm just doing this short video and sitting in my car, just thinking about what's been happening and how we can assess the market and how we can use this, how you can use this to your advantage, and how you can really make property work for you even better. And these are key learnings that we're getting from Carillion. So what are the key learnings? So let's really assess this together. So the first thing is the book debts, the actual values of their contracts. When they were revalued, there was a massive £875 million that were wiped off from their contracts, and they were simply in negative equity. The banks didn't want to lend them anymore. So what can we learn from this? What due diligence can we do? Well, one thing that's really comes to mind, and exactly what we're doing at Premier Property all the time, is making sure that there is a good equity to a loan to value to equity ratio. Now, we're very proactive at Premier Property, so what we go for is leveraging out with loan to values in residential property up to 75%. Now, some people will go even higher. We tend not to do that. We keep it to 75% because that is very proactive, and this is what we're doing. Just giving you our viewpoint, up to 75%, and we always make sure there's a 25% minimum equity in that property. And even more so, when we're dealing with commercial properties, we're making sure that the ratio is, the loan to value ratio, according to the equity, is no more than 60 to 65%. And over some time, and the way we buy property through estate agents or buying it directly from the vendor, what we do is we increase the equity in that property by buying very well and adding value to these properties. Now, this is simple, and absolutely, yes, it is simple. And it's the simple things, it's one of my sayings, the simple things that will allow you to become even more successful. So when you're acquiring properties, when you're investing in properties, maybe these are some of the things that you can really think about. Definitely what Carillion could have thought about, but just that bit too late, really. So these are the learnings from here. Now, many people ask me, Cam, well, that's all fine. What does that actually tell us about the market? Where is the market going? So my viewpoint is right now, the market is actually falling, and Carillion, this is my viewpoint for you, right? So Carillion is a story, another case study really, that is acknowledging the fact that we are in a downward market right now. Now, many people then ask me, well, Cam, that's fine. If you're in the downward market, when is the time to then be investing? Should you be waiting? Or should you be active like us and be investing right now? Well, of course, the answer is be active, and if you want to, invest right now, because this is exactly what we're doing, but absolutely make the numbers work. So how can I say this? Well, back in 1989, when I bought my first property, I bought that property at the height of the market. And the information I share with people, I train people, and the information I go through, I never knew that back then. And the thing is, right now, we're very active because what we're doing is we're making sure that when we buy, we are always making sure that the numbers work. And the numbers work mean that we're hedging the property market. Where the market may be dropping, let's say, with tangible figures, anything between 20 to 25%, in a worst case scenario, anything that we're acquiring, we're either buying or adding value to it, where those numbers are surpassing that. So we're in effect, you could even say that we're buying properties at a discount of 30 to 40%, or that's what we're achieving, the 30 to 40% discount. And at the same time, another key lesson from Carillion is that it's important that we have cash flow. The cash flow needs to be there so you can complete projects. So another thing to keep in mind. So we've got a two-pronged approach there. Making sure that we buy very well. And secondly, making sure we've got cash flow to accelerate what you're actually doing and making sure that you can complete what you start. Now, what I'm sharing here with you is exactly what we are doing. So when people say, well, should we wait or be active now? We're being active right now. And if you're thinking about it, if you're starting out right now, or you're an intermediate into property, or you're an experienced person as well, then you will know that now is the time to build relationships. Now is the time to build relationships with good estate agents, to build relationships with conveyancers, with mortgage brokers, to build a relationship with people around you, a real investor network, people that can assist you and help you with your projects right now while the market is still fairly buoyant. But Carillion is a real indicator, I believe, that the market is moving south. So for this reason, let's build these relationships right now. let's make this happen right now. So when the market is moving, we can still acquire right now, buying right now, and as the market falls, where you are still you're in an even more beneficial position where you have those relationships, you've built the relationships, and those estate agents will work with you and assist you because you've proven yourself. You've shown them that you're a good investor, and of course they're working for the vendor, and when they're working for the vendor, they want to know that the sale gets through. They want to deal with investors that do what they say. So you become those people, you become the person that the estate agents want to be dealing with. So think about this, and think about Carillion, think about what the learnings are from Carillion. And if you're enjoying this, feel free to join in on our YouTube videos. My name's Dovedi from Premier Property.